All right, everybody, and welcome to Watch Me Go Broke. Today's episode of Quickies, I am going to attempt to do a little bit of faux patina on this Seiko automatic aftermarket dial, old-timey Submariner homage dial. It already has faux patina, but I'm going to try a method today that I saw on the internet, and since this dial is so cheap, if I ruin it, I don't care. If I get it right, it might look pretty cool, and I do have a little helper here with me today. Hey you, you helping? Okay, so the method I'm going to use is coffee, and then I'm going to bake this dial at 225 degrees for, they said 15 minutes, but I'm going to keep an eye on it, and I will also try it on the hands. So let me get some of this coffee. They said you're supposed to coat the entire dial here, so let's have a go. I'm using a little Q-tip. That's what it's called, a Q-tip. Gosh, it's early in the morning, guys. I'm very sorry. So all I'm gonna do is completely rub this all over the dial. Okay, so that was actually rather difficult to do. So the dial just kept kind of absorbing the coffee. So I don't know, let's get her in the oven and see what happens. Going in to 25. Please excuse the dirty oven. Just peeking. Something is definitely happening. Okay, so that's what happened. That's kind of what happened. Pro tip there is the dial needs to be sitting flat, not cocked to the side, because the dial feet will make it kind of, sit to the side. I think if there would have been a full coat of coffee everywhere, it would probably come out a little better, but it's looking like it's a little bit caramelized along the edges there. I don't know, I'm gonna put more coffee in there and I'm gonna bake it again and try to keep it level. Okay guys, so what I've done is I've set it on a spoon to keep it level. So that's why, you see that caramelization on the upper, the 10 o'clock portion of the dial. So I'm gonna try to get, I'm not sure, this is probably a terrible idea to do, but let me get some more coffee on there and give her another bake. All right, so while that is baking, I'm going to get to the hands. Okay, so I pretty much just dumped the coffee on them. So we'll see how that turns out. Okay, so attempt number 2, it's getting there. It's getting there. You do see the patina on half of the indices, which actually looks pretty good, to be honest with you. It's just incredibly hard to coat the coffee on all sides. I actually just poured the coffee straight onto the dial, and I don't know, for some reason, I guess I didn't get it flat again. So I'm gonna have to put her back in, I guess, for another, I'm not keeping it in for 15 minutes. I'm only keeping it in for about 10 or so. I did increase the temperature to around 300 for this third go, so let's take a look and see. I don't know. I do not know, guys. I threw the hands in there, as you can see. Oh shit, what the hell? Well, that kinda looks like crap. Yeah, that, it probably would be okay if that line wasn't across it. I'm gonna have to put it in again and try to get, oh boy. I switched it to convection, so temperature's going up, but there's a fan going, so I don't know, this is probably a really bad idea. Okay, so after, gosh, this is probably about an hour and a half long process. Did it work? Yes, sort of. You see I got some bubbling now that happened on the dial, so that's gonna be there permanently. I don't know, would I recommend doing this? I don't know. I'm gonna show you this cased up with some hands. The hands are obviously not gonna match at all. But let me show it to you cased up, and I don't know, give me your thoughts. Okay guys, so there it is, cased up with the hands. This is just a Invicta Pro Diver. I took the Cyclops off it. I saved the hands. The hands don't entirely match what's going on with the dial, but I don't know guys, oddly I think this worked. I mean the bubbles, obviously those are kind of unsightly, but I don't know, I think the patina on the indices worked pretty good. So I wouldn't recommend doing this with a dial that has white indices. I don't think you're gonna get the effect that you want. But a dial that's already aged, I think, I think it might work. I wouldn't recommend it really unless you really don't care about the dial and don't mind getting a brand new one if you ruin it, but I don't know. I think it worked okay. So this is not the case that I'm going to use for this dial. I'm going to get a vintagey style case. I'm going to recase it and I'll show you guys that when I get it in. So that's all I've got today, guys. Quite an experiment. It took way longer than I thought, but I think it turned out okay. Let me know in the comments, guys, what you think, and I'll see you next time.